Week 11 matchups, though, because we're going to go ahead and talk about those Eagles that we were just talking about. And they're taking on the Pats this. Patriots is a really good team, really good defense, really good offense. Uh, Eagles, though, have a chance to make the playoffs like we were talking about. They got to take
Hmm.
on one of the best teams, if not the best team in the entire AFC right now. They got to try to beat them. Don't think they're going to do it, though. I think the Pats win pretty easily. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. There's a rivalry that's happened the last few years with this team, going back to the Super Bowl a few years back, and I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But the four of the last five matchups between these two teams have only been decided by one possession. So it's going to be a tight game, in my opinion. The spread is only a 3 point advantage to New England. I know that they're in Philadelphia, so that definitely throws some sides up. And just like you said, Philadelphia is battling for a playoff spot. New England's pretty comfortable right now. New England was also exposed a little bit before their bye week against Baltimore. So we'll see if any adjustments were made by that defense, and we'll see if Philadelphia can continue to expose them. I think New England still wins this game. However, I don't know if it'll be that crazy of a margin. That spread might be pretty correct.
All right, and then the other one I want to talk about from the early games is the Houston Baltimore. That's going to be. We already talked about that. That's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a good game. Both defenses really good. Both offenses really good. Two MVP candidates going against each other in this. It's going to be worth it. It's probably going to be the game of the week. If they haven't marked it America's game of the week, that's a mistake by the NFL because this is the game of the week, in my opinion. There's not going to be a blowout here. We're going to see two good teams going at it, and we're going to see it come down to the final possession. I don't think we're going to see a 10-point spread. I think that's a 3-point game at the most. That's going to come down to, like I said, a one possession game, 3.4 points, something like that. Maybe even a touchdown, but it's not going to be a close, or it's not going to be a blowout game. There's no way in my personal. Do you think so?
No, I agree. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm actually surprised they didn't flex this game to Sunday night because this is, as you said, to me, this should be the game of the week. This is easily could be a playoff. This could be an AFC championship matchup. We could see
Yeah.
that. We could totally, or maybe a divisional playoff, depending. Perhaps one of these teams will probably be a two. One of these teams will probably be a three into the playoffs. That'll probably be what happens. So we're seeing a playoff game in week 11. And I'm really excited to see what happens here. I think that it's going to be really exciting. As we just stated before, Baltimore exposed New England. The Texans' defense is not New England's defense, that's for sure. But the offensive play of the Houston Texans are way more explosive than New England's been all season. So I think that this is going to be a tight matchup. It could come down to the final possession, but I think some points are going to be scored.
And then the other one, I think it's going to be a real high scoring affair because New Orleans' defense hasn't been the best this year. I think New Orleans, Tampa Bay, that's going to be a high scoring affair. If honestly, I think they could probably go over 60 to 70 points combined between the two teams because that's just how bad the defenses are this year. And it seems Jameis Winston can throw for a ton of yards and a ton of interceptions this year. So be used to seeing that this year too. The other game I want to talk about real quick is the Kansas City Chargers game. Now, right now, if you look at the records, the Chargers aren't the best team, but they've been playing very aggressive. And Kansas City, is Patrick Mahomes still rusty? That's the big question for that Monday night game. In that game, I still think Kansas City's going to get it, but I think LA is going to be fighting hard, and I think it's going to be a really good Monday night primetime game. So if you're not doing anything Monday night, definitely something you should probably tune into because it'll be worth a watch, I think. You're either going to see Mahomes doing highlight city or you're going to see a really close game. That's my prediction from that one for sure.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs win that game. The Chiefs have won the last 9 of 10 from the Chargers, and Mahomes was rusty last week. However, I think with having that extra day, having a long week, and playing on Monday night against LA, I think he'll be okay. I think we finally see MVP Mahomes back in action against division rival, and I got the Chiefs winning this one. They moved to 7-4.
Yeah, I'm hoping they lose because I want to see the Raiders go ahead and move ahead of them. But honestly, I'm thinking that they go ahead and beat the Chargers.